number in my phone. Put your number in my phone. You ain't see it. You ain't see the title. You see that title. Your girl is back again with the story time. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't have to say anything because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's unlit. That's unlit. That's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. As y'all can see by the title of the video, today I'm gonna be telling y'all about the first, last, and only time a nigga curved me. Y'all, like, I wasn't gonna do this video at first because I was like, this is low-key embarrassing. But then I thought about it and I was like, niggas get curved every day, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to y'all. But before we get into this video, because I know y'all gonna be asking about where my unit is from, this unit is from Shirley here. I'm gonna have everything linked down in the description box below. And y'all be asking about my eyelashes. So my lashes are from My Lash Line. Yes, you heard it. Your girl has a lash line. Make sure y'all follow my lash page. I will officially launch next month. I don't have a date yet, but y'all go ahead and follow my page so y'all can stay up to date. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Y'all already know in order for any of my story times to make sense, I have to give y'all a little backstory. So y'all, this happened my junior year of college. Like my freshman and my sophomore year, it's supposed to be the year you're supposed to be outside doing hood rat shit with your friends. But I told y'all, my freshman year, I was locked down. I had a boyfriend and he was the type of nigga that didn't like want you to do anything. He was real insecure, so I really couldn't go to the club. I really couldn't hang out with my friends. Like all of my friends was hoes accordingly to him. Like I really couldn't do anything. So I didn't really get to be outside until my junior year. So they used to have these things in Tallahassee called socials. It's basically like a house party. I really didn't like house parties because house parties was just like, I don't know, y'all. They used to just give me childish vibes. Like anytime I would go to a house party, everybody at the house party always looked like they was like 12 or 13. And it's just like, I'm trying to be one of the niggas that got jobs and they got money and that pay bills that I'm not trying to be in a grown man face that look like a child. So social just really wasn't my thing. So I used to go to this club called Top Flight. If you from Tallahassee or if you, honestly, if you ever been to FAMU homecoming, you already know what Top Flight is. In order for you to go to Top Flight, you have to be 21 and older, and it's kind of like a grown and sexy type of club. You can't even wear like what's the attire? You can't wear like jeans or tennis shoes. It's just real like a classy type of upscale club. That's what I used to do my junior year because I really didn't like socials. So one day my homegirl hit me and she was like, Asia, do you want to go to Top Flight tonight? And I'm like, duh, because it's like Top Flight is always a vibe. Like the food is good, the drinks are good, like the whole ambience and the vibe of Top Flight is just a good time. So fast forward to the night we went out. It was a regular smuggler night, y'all. Nothing was really going on. It was just a regular night and we wanted to go out. So we in Top Flight or whatever. I'm chilling. And I see this guy. And we gonna go ahead and give him a name. I'm trying to think of a name with somebody that's fine. I was gonna say Drake, but honestly, y'all, this nigga was finer than Drake. So I'm gonna say, we're gonna call him D. So I spot this guy and his name's D. And D is fine. Like D don't see me, but I see D. Like he not that close to me. Like I'm kind of in the back. Top Flight has like 2 bars, so I'm about the first bar, like when you first walk in the door, and D is kind of by like the other bar, like by the stage. So I'm just peeping him and I'm just like, damn, like he fine. So I hit K and I'm like, bitch, like do you see him? This nigga is fine. And she's like, yeah girl, he's fine. So y'all, he was like, it wasn't hard for me to notice him either because he was over 6 foot. He has to be like at least 6'3". Like the nigga was tall. He was like this nice like type of brown skin, like mocha color. Like he was the color of like a, what's that color? Like a frappuccino, like that mocha brown type of color. And then he had like really nice white teeth. Like I could see his teeth like shining from the other side of the club. Like he was just, y'all, he was just fine. I'm peeping him and he don't peep me yet, y'all. He don't peep me yet. So I'm just peeping, I'm peeping. And I'm starting to notice that I'm not the only female in the club that night that's thinking this nigga is fine because it's hella bitches surrounding him. Like when I say hella, it's hella thirsty bitches surrounding him. Like at this point, the girls are playing musical chairs with him because they in his face. And I'm just like, I gotta talk to him tonight, but how I'm gonna do it with all y'all bitches around him? So I'm just like, all right, I see what's going on. So y'all, like the girls, they were like obviously like, it was obvious, like you know how you may try to flirt with a nigga, but they was like just doing the absolute most. So let me tell you what some of the girls was doing. It wasn't like 1 girl, 2 girls, it was like 10 bitches on his body that night. So Top Flight has like a stage in the front of the club, and they have like a railing like in front of the stage. So the stage, like the rail is right here, and you know how you might be like sitting on a rail and your booty may be hanging off. Like if your booty big, it's gonna hang off. So the girl was sitting on the rail, and D is like, he's leaning against the rail, but his back is like against the rail, and her booty is on the rail. So I see this female jumps on the rail, and she starts like twerking on the rail, and she like twerking on his back, and I'm like, what? Like, he turned around, y'all, because mind you, my eyes are on him, so I'm seeing all of this. So he turns around, and he's just looking like what the hell? And he not saying anything. Like, he basically respectfully curved her. So I'm like, all right, he curving her. That's cute. That's good or whatever. The next shawty, I don't know what she had going on. Like, I don't know if she was dropping her phone or dropping her glass. I don't know what she was dropping, but she just kept bending down in front of him. Like, I'm peeping all of this from across the room, y'all. Like, she bending down. She keep bending in front of him, and he with his boys. So I'm seeing all this going on. I'm just like, okay, like, am I tripping? Or these girls are on his body tonight. And she like, nah, sis, you not tripping. Like, this like the fourth bitch that dropped something in front of him. Like, this her fourth time dropping something in front of her. But he not really saying nothing to them. Like, he curving them basically. So I'm just like, all right, D, he waiting for me. Like, he ain't seen me yet. So that's why he curving them. Because he ain't seen me yet. So I'm just in there, whatever. We chilling. Like, when you first get to top flight, you want to get your eats in. You want to start drinking. And you kind of just sit down. I don't really start turning up at top flight until, like, the last 2-3 hours. Because that's when it really get lit. So I'm seeing him. I'm watching him the whole night. I'm with my girls, too. I'm having a good time. But my eyes is on D. Because D, he's the prize. So we just vibing or whatever. So y'all, I'm trying to like build myself up. Like, I'm drinking more. Like, I'm trying to get a lick of courage in me. Like, I'm drinking and trying to like just loosen myself up, because I know that I gotta talk to D tonight. So I finally like boost myself up, y'all. I go to the bathroom and I'm looking in the mirror and I'm just like, Asia, you a bad bitch. Like, you gonna step to him tonight. Like, you got it. I'm not even gonna lie. I look really, really good that night. These was the pictures that I took that night. Like, the booty was sitting, the titties was sitting, like the ass was poking, like, y'all, the face was beat, the hair was just giving what was supposed to be gave. Like, I looked really good that night. So I'm just vibing, we vibing. So I finally like just grow enough balls to like talk to him or whatever. And I tap K and I'm like, girl, I'm gonna be right back. I'm about to shoot my shot. I'm gonna be right back. So she's like, girl, you're not gonna do it. Like, she basically thought I was bullshit. Because again, y'all, I have never ever stepped to a nigga before. So she thinking like, girl, you're not gonna do it. You playing like you going to the bathroom. But she should have already knew what was up, because I don't go nowhere without my bitches. Like, when I'm in the club, I don't go to the bathroom by myself. I don't go to the bar by myself. Like, we stick together. Like, I'm the line leader, she the caboose. Like, we stick together. So she should have already knew that I was really gonna step to him. So I go over there, y'all, and it's like hella niggas around him. He got like this whole entourage around him, and most of the niggas he with are fine, but he the finest. So I step or whatever, and I tap one of his friends on the shoulder. Like, let's see, his friend. We gonna call his friend Kevin Hart, because he was short. So Kevin's right here. I'm right here, and D is beside Kevin. And, you know, we in the club, so it's loud music playing. So I lean and I tap him, and I'm like, is he single? And he's like, who? My boy? My boy? And I'm like, yeah, your boy. Is he single? And he's like, yeah, my boy's single. So, y'all, he takes my little body. I'm right here. I'm standing in front of Kevin. Kevin takes me. He pulls me in front of D, and then he whispers in D's ear. I don't know what he said to D, but he was like, and then he moves me. And I'm like, oh, shit, like, it's getting real. So at this point, like, my heart is beating, y'all. Like, my heart is like, boom, 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 my heart beating. And I'm just like, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I didn't even think about what I was going to say before I got over there. But as soon as he looked at me, y'all, I whispered in his ear, and I was like, you fine as shit. Y'all, shooting. I'm going straight for the 3.0. Like, I'm threes and better. Like, I'm shooting threes and better. Like, I don't know why I said that. I honestly to this day can't even believe I said that. But it's just like, these bitches coming at you indirectly. I'm gonna come at you direct. Asia's coming direct. So I shot my shot, y'all. And y'all not gonna believe what homeboy said back to me. He looked at me and he was like, you fine as fuck. And baby, why did he say that? Like, my poom poom, y'all, it was contracting. Like, it was boom, 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 y'all, I had 2 heartbeats. I had one in my chest and one downstairs. Like, I'm just like, wait a minute, Niagara Falls. Like, y'all, I could not believe he just said this to me. So I'm just like, don't play with me. Do not play with me. Do not play with me. I didn't say it like that, y'all, but basically I was just like, I looked at him. You know, you gotta get a little niggas a little sexy eye. So I looked at him and I'm just like, don't play with me. Don't play with me. And he's like, I ain't. And I'm like, put your number in my phone. Put your number in my phone. Put the number in my phone. Put your number in my phone. And y'all, he puts his number in my phone. So a bitch is real excited, all tingling inside. Like, you know, the girl downstairs, she, like, a bitch is happy. So he puts the number in my phone. I don't even remember if I told him my name or not, but he saved his name in my phone, so I got his name now. Like, a bitch is feeling good. So I go back over there with Kay, and Kay's looking at me, and I'm looking at Kay, and we both giving each other that look. I'm looking at her like, she looking at me like, bitch, did you bag him? Like, did you do it? And I'm like, bitch, I put him in my pocket. Like, he's in my pocket. So she's like, that's my bitch, that's my bitch. And we just vibing out for the rest of the
Sing it. Come on. One more time. One more time.
Like, I see other girls on him that night that they trying to be on his body, but I'm just like, but do they got his number? Like, do you got his number though? Like, you know what he stay at, but do you got the number? Like, do you got the digits? Like, you know what car he drive, but do you got the digits? You don't. Like, you don't got the digits. So I'm really like showing out after I get his number, because it's like, now my baby know how I look. So now I gotta really show out. So y'all, when the songs are playing, Asia is backing that ass up. Like, y'all, I'm backing that ass up. The slow songs, I'm backing that ass up to, it don't matter what's playing, y'all. I am back. I'm showing out for the rest of the night, because it's like, now I got something to prove. Like, you know how I look, so I'm throwing that ass back, y'all. It don't matter what song was playing. It could be the ABC song playing, and Asia is throwing it back on ABCD, throwing it back. So we just vibing. So for the rest of the night, I'm still peeping him, he peeping me. Now we making eye contact, because he see me, I see him. So that happens or whatever. Fast forward to the next morning. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. That whole night I'm thinking of him, and I'm just like, should I text him tonight? She was like, when should I text him? And my friend's like, no, bitch, don't text him tonight, text him tomorrow. So I'm like, all right, cool, you right. Like, I don't want to give, like, I'm dehydrated, like, I'm thirsty, I need my throat to be quenched. Like, I wasn't trying to get that vibe. So I was just like, you're right, let me just text him in the morning. So y'all, I wake up the next morning. It's Sunday. Like, a bitch don't got nothing to do. I'm not even thinking about the Lord. Like, I wake up and D is on my mind. So I'm just like, all right, bitch. So I text him. Like, she's like, no, bitch, you need to wait to text him till after 12. Like, he got stuff going on. Like, let the nigga brush his teeth, wash his ass first before you text him. So I'm like, all right, you right. Let me just chill, y'all, because I'm OD excited. Like, I'm just like, I'm excited. So y'all, I'm trying to think of what to text him. I don't even know what to text him. I think I was gonna be like, hey, but I was just like, I didn't want to just be like, hey, because it's just like, if I just text hey and it's just like, you be like, who this? I'ma cry, because it's just like, I'm a rememberable ass bitch. Like, how you forget who I am? Like, I know I didn't give you my name, but don't like, y'all, don't do that. Like, don't do that. So I was like, I don't know if I should do hey and then a hyphen, yeah, a hyphen, and then put Asia. Like, I don't even know how I should text him. So it took me like 30-40 minutes to figure out what I was gonna text him. I ended up texting him, hey, what's up? And I waited till, like, I don't remember the exact time, y'all, but it was after 12, because my bitch said you don't want to seem too thirsty. So I waited till after 12 to text him, and I'm like, hey, what's up? It's Asia. And y'all, I'm waiting, and no text back. And I'm like, all right, he may be busy. Like, he might be in school. Like, he just might be busy. Like, well, it's Sunday, so he might be at church. Like, I'm just saying all types of things. So I'm like, all right, he at church. You know, a couple hours go by, and I'm like, maybe, like, he had something to do after church. Like, they got, like, Bible study after church. Like, I don't know, y'all, but I'm trying to just think, like, all right, he's busy, he chilling. So I keep hitting my girl, and I'm like, bitch, like, he ain't text me back yet. Like, what's going on? And she's like, girl, chill, he gonna text you back, he gonna text you back. Like, he gonna text you back. Didn't you say he said that you was like, he gonna text you back? So I'm like, yeah, you right. He said I was fine too. Like, he was feeling my vibe. Like, he definitely gonna text me back. So I'm just wondering, I'm waiting, y'all. Monday roll around. A bitch ain't get a text yet. So I'm like, damn, like, did he give me the wrong number? Like, could you try texting the number to see if it go through? She's like, did it turn green? I'm like, yeah, like, he got an iPhone. This is the number. So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting, y'all. By this time, it's like Wednesday, and I'm just like, yeah, like, this nigga not text me back. Like, I done got curved. So I keep talking about it. Like, my friends are like OD annoyed at me because I keep talking about it. Like, remind you, this happened on Saturday, y'all. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday now, and I'm still talking about this nigga. So she's like, Asia, just give me his number. And I'm like, what you mean? She's like, just give me his number. Like, do you got his name? Give me his number. And I knew his name, so because he put his name in my phone. But yeah, I don't think it was his actual name. Like, if his real name was like Devin, he just put like a D in my phone for like whatever his name stood for. So I was like, this is all I got. I got his number and I got his nickname basically. So she was like, all right, cool, give me a minute. And y'all remember I told y'all I had a homegirl that was like the FBI agent. Like, all you needed to do is give her, I didn't even need to give her a name, honestly. All I did was to give her the number. So I gave her the number, y'all. She texted me back with the nigga's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And I'm just like, bitch, like, how the fuck? Like, how did you do this? And she's like, oh, I typed his name into Twitter, and he gave his number to somebody in 2012, and it popped up. And I'm just like, bitch, what? But I love you. Like, bitch, I love you. So she was like, before I give you, because she didn't give me his information right away, y'all. She just texted me a screenshot that she had his profile. So she was like, bitch, before you go on his profile, you're gonna have to brace yourself. And I'm just like, what? Like, he got a baby? Because if he got a baby, we can work something out. Like, I can be mommy. Like, what is it? He a girlfriend, like a wife? What's going on? So she was like, bitch, just brace yourself before you go on there. So just whoosah before you go on there. Like, just, you know. I'm doing a little breathing exercise before I do. I'm like, I'm trying to calm myself down because she basically making me think the nigga got 8 kids or something crazy. So I'm like, let me just, you know, inhale, exhale type shit. I go on there, y'all. And the first thing I noticed is that this nigga looked better in person. Like, his Instagram wasn't like doing him any justice. I'm like, what's she talking about? Like, the nigga was fine. So I'm going through all his pictures, y'all, and he can dress. Like, I honestly wish I can like post a picture of him. Like, I wish y'all could see him. Like, I honestly wish y'all could see him, because when I say this nigga was fine, I mean this nigga was fine. Like, I'm not even over exaggeration, like no hyperbole. This nigga was fine. So I'm looking at his fits or whatever. His name was like Ben Kicks or something. I don't even know, y'all. His name had something to do with fashion on Instagram. And I'm just like, damn, this nigga fine. And he took a picture that same as that night with all his guys. And I'm looking through the pictures and I'm just like, yeah, I got the right one. I picked the right one. But at this point, like, he curved me and he text back. We ain't gonna talk about that yet. So I'm like, all right, I picked the right one. So I go through his Facebook. He really didn't post on Facebook till like, this was in 2018. He hadn't posted on Facebook in like 2016, so it was really nothing to go through. And y'all, I get to his Twitter. I go to his Twitter. I go to the images, and I go scroll down like 3 pictures, and he with a bitch. He's with a female, and I see it. And I read the caption, y'all, and he was like, my whole wide world 6 years deep or some shit like that. And I'm just like, 6 years deep? Was you 6 years deep when you was whispering in my ear? Like, was it 6 years when you was grabbing on my little waist? Like, was it 6 years when you was making my heart beat? Both of them? That's pretty much the story on how I got curved. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little salty, but I felt a little better after I found out he had a girlfriend, because it's like, all right, he got a girl. It's understandable. He ain't just curved me because I was ugly. He curved me because he had a whole girlfriend of 6 years. But y'all, that's pretty much the end of this story time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.